Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the Sangean PR-D9W. This is an AM/FM stereo weather alert portable radio. In this video, I'm performing an evening medium wave band scan, see what we can pick up with this radio. It's been about 3 years since I've had this out on the channel. I figured nice reintroduction to the radio. You can find this on sale at Amazon for right around $55 to $65, depending. You might find a better deal on eBay and secondary market. It is a cool radio. It has a couple nuances, but we'll go over it. I will go over features. We'll do a size comparison, and then finally we'll start cruising the evening band to see what this thing can pick up. So let's look at the PR-D9W. Now it's pretty cool. You get a lot in the box. You get the radio, you get the AC adapter, and the AC adapter will also, look up here, charge nickel metal hydride batteries. Yes, so if you have nickel metal hydrides in there, if the switch engaged, it will automatically charge the batteries when you have the AC adapter plugged in. Good thing to know. So let's go to the left-hand side, where you'll see your FM stereo headphone jack. That's how you get your stereo. DC input, the 9 volts, half amp. Like I said, they provide that adapter when you buy the radio. It's a fairly small size, as you can see. Gloss white. I do like that because it doesn't show up fingerprints. As you guys know, the black and gray models, fingerprint magnets, horrible, hate it. 2¼ inch speaker, decent low neutral tone to it. Over here we got a power button with sleep function. Now all the buttons are like a rubber silicone type feel to them. I'm not a fan of that. I wish they were all like a hard plastic style, but it is what it is. But yeah, power, sleep. Over here we have our display. As you can see, local time. We'll turn the light on. It's 11:34 p.m. Central Standard Time under Chicago, Illinois, USA, for the sake of the band scan. You know the time. So over here, if you looked, it did say charge, and underneath it, it says alert. So weather alert. So you can set the mode, different modes like siren mode, flashing mode, and it'll show a little red bar here when it's active. So nice. Go over to buttons real quick. So over here we have a band button, of course, AM, FM, weather. And then when you hit this button while the power's off, you can change the, whoops, I gotta hold it, FM stepping from 200 to 100 kilohertz. So that's kind of nice. And then if you're traveling, go from AM band, 10 kilohertz to 9 kilohertz. And then you can change your clock to show in 24-hour or 12-hour. Now we just wait and it'll go away. So we got a weather alert button here. Display button. Now, usually that would go away. Come on. All right. Should flash back. Okay, great. Stereo display button. Display is interesting because when you're playing the radio, it defaults back to the clock after a amount of time. If you want to see your frequency, you just tap the display button. Simple. And of course, toggling on and off stereo. Volume controls. Up and down tuning. So you got browse up, browse down, and they got a my favorites. Now the little nuance I have with this radio is I have to hit the button way over here, otherwise it triggers the my favorites. They put that my favorites way too close to this. It's a membrane style keyboard, I'm guessing, underneath. And so when you put pressure here, it pushes the my favorites. So while I'm tuning this radio, it might bump the my favorites thing and go to a favorite station. Just tap it real quick and it takes you back to where you were at. It's a little annoyance, but I don't remember doing it when I first got the radio, but it does it now. So you got your brightness control for the light. I like this. It has 3 stages of brightness and off. So we have high, off, low. It's really low, medium, and high. We'll leave it on high. 2 alarms, dual alarm, which is nice. You can wake up to buzzer and radio. So it's a humane wake system, so it slowly ratchets up, which is good. And you can set the threshold how you want the volume to stop. We have time set, memory, so you manually enter your presets. You get 19 of them total, and then you get, it's either AM or FM, and you can have them in any order of 19 of them. It all goes to my favorites there. Weather is its own thing, so you can't store weather presets there, unfortunately. It'd be cool if you could. So there we go, we got that. Then you get the little blurb on the bottom, public alert. Right hand side, we got a lock switch. We can lock out the buttons, so if you're carrying it, there you go. Top of the radio, we have a antenna for your FM and weather, which is amazing reception on FM and weather. This is a 27-inch antenna. Now, it's a very heavy-duty antenna. It's the same antenna I think they put on their bigger radios. And, yeah, like the PR-D9W and that. This antenna, if you extend it, like, over in the back, it'll, like, fall backwards because it's a heavy antenna. So you can almost see it wanting to flip right now. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're using your antenna with this radio. Back here we have the information for frequencies. Okay, it takes 4 AA batteries. Of course, you can put alkaline or nickel metal hydride, and it says make sure you have the switch correct. Otherwise, when you plug in an AC adapter, you could blow up your alkaline batteries by charging them by mistake. So make sure that switch, which is in here, and I can take this out because it has a what they call supercapacitor, which saves your settings for 3 minutes, which is nice. You can see the switch down in there, alkaline, nickel metal hydride. And I got switched to alkaline right now. So yeah, cool setup. Yeah, supercapacitor is kind of a cool idea. All right, so we'll clip that in there. Okay, bottom molded feet, which is a nice idea. All right, so let's do a little quick size comparison and start cruising the evening band and hear what we can hear tonight. So CC Pocket in the house. AM FM weather alert radio in its own accord, but needs a set of earbuds or a wire antenna for FM and weather reception. Here we have the CC Skywave 2. Yeah, this is great. AM FM, stereo, weather, air, shortwave. So you get it all. This little package. I really like it. There you are. Yeah, I'm a fan. Okay, and of course, we don't have those 2 radios. We always have a deck of cards handy. Iron Man, yeah, he's the man with the master plan. He can tune it faster than you can. He's the Iron Man who loves to jam out with his Sangean radios, man. Yeah, there you go, you get the idea. Iron Man, out. Nice, okay, let's turn it on. Okay, so volume. Weather alert. You can actually engage weather alert while you listen to the radio. It's nice to know. Okay, so we're going to go up the band. We're starting at 520, so 530 we might pick something up. So like I said, I got to hit the edge here. If I go here, I might hit that my favorites. Cool. Cuba. It's awesome. I've been picking it up in the evenings. 1,700 miles to the southeast. I can make it come in better with the Terk Advantage passive loop. Put it perpendicular to the top of the radio. Cool. Sax playing, nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and tune some more.
Mother says it was late August before.
Okay, did you see that? I went to my favorites. Okay, so because I went too far this way, so gotta hit it from the edge.
That was a clip from The Closer. It's hosted by Amy Keene and produced by Isabel Kirby.
He goes in at 6.
There's an episode which I've never.
That music is
This podcast playlist. Our next story begins in Syria in 2018. Amidst the chaos of war, a 10-year-old named Salman disappeared. Meanwhile, in London,
nice.
Salman's grandfather desperately
Developments around the state.
Okay, she's coming in strong. So what this is, CBK, Watra, Saskatchewan. It's 1,025 miles to the northwest. If I start turning it west, though, it bumps into the Wisconsin station, WAUK.
Why don't we confiscate Russian assets and deposit
There's
them in
WAUK,
banks
Jackson, Wisconsin.
to pay for the damage
70
to
miles,
Ukraine?
400 watts.
Why not?
And go back here, we get CBK. Awesome.
That's Salman's grandfather, Ash.
Always made sure they had roses when they brought people to the cemetery.
KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
Again, one woman's idea.
Southwest.
It has effects all around the world.
up until 3 weeks before the election, when the Democrat candidate started to run an ad about where the Republicans
560 WIND, Chicago, the answer.
And your Medicare. And at that point, the wind went out of the rope.
Might pick up a Canadian station here, or Yankton, South Dakota, depending, on a clear night. As these winter months close in, we'll probably get better reception.
On the part of the bill as a whole, right? I mean, you guys don't get the head of the snake, but it just feels like it's
Two stations mixing. We have KXSP, which is a sports station, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles, 5,000 watts. Then we're picking up, I think, WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan, that news reporting station, 137 miles, 5,000 watts to the east. So we're getting mixes. It happens in the evening. 600's kind of not coming in great. Keep going.
In other side hustles. Okay, cool. So we're still working with 9, and you have 2,000 off the top that you have to pay. So now you're down to 7, and then you got 3,000 bucks.
So actually, I take that back. I paid 3,000 on.
WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles to the north, 10,000 watts at night.
Yeah. We're gonna start knocking them out, smallest to largest.
I'm gonna help you out with that, Chris. Hang on.
Okay, can't over on the music, but that's CFCO 630, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watts to the northeast. Nice. Coming in good tonight.
NCAA in college football and basketball that the head coach has to take full responsibility.
WMFN, Pieton, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts at night. This way should be Iowa. So now we're picking up WOI, Ames, Iowa, 265 miles, 1,000 watts to the west. .650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. Get your bluegrass music on. All right.
What else can a poor guy like me do?
Got called back.
Boy, trying to hit me up with that on Twitter. Hey, man, don't do that. Don't do that. They just find a way to not score touchdowns.
WFAN, New York, New York, 750 miles, home of the Yankees. Very cool to pick that up.
You know, then you expect some touchdowns there, then you bet on those. But like a low-scoring game between the Raiders and the Jets.
Again, in Las Vegas. That seems to be a little bit easier than what the Buffalo Bills.
Local station here, 670, The Score, WSCR, Chicago. As you can see, it's my memory 1. Forgot to mention frequency, battery life, band we're on, AM. You guys can see that. Cool.
And they dropped that game. If they don't handle the job.
Okay, this should be CJOB, I think. She just said it. Nice.
Partly cloudy tonight, a southeast wind at 20, gusting to 40 kilometers per hour, dying down to light overnight, below 1 degree. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 8, and for Wednesday, sunny and a high of 7. CJOB.
Welcome back to A Little More Conversation on 630 ELOE.
It's kind of hard coming in. So that's CGOB. I popped it up there so you guys could see it. Yeah, it's like 800 some miles. It's amazing. 690 is CKGM, Montreal, Quebec. 763 miles. As you can tell, I'm closer to the border, so I pick up the Canadian stations. And there's some of you in the west, southwest who pick up all the Hispanic stations down in Mexico. I saw somebody's band scan. I think it was Tom. Tom's Radio Room show. Yeah. He was doing a medium wave in Florida there. His medium wave. I don't think he had one. Well, he might have had one or two English-speaking stations, but everything else was Hispanic, and it kind of made me chuckle. Sorry, Tom. Hopefully find something good on the AM band. But very cool. All right, let's keep going.
They've been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents.
Okay, 700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
For free information, contact your friends at InventHelp. Go to InventHelp.
It's 11:48.
Come on. That's that bumping thing, and it's just so close. I think that membrane's just triggering that. It's unfortunate. Oh, here we go. Station. Sports.
We know Josh Allen has been turning the ball over. We know, I think, and I've said this for quite a few years now, that Josh Allen...
Man, this selectivity on this radio is amazing because 720 is right next to it, and 720 is the strongest station by me. Oh, this is amazing, 710, so, alright, cool.
14 from 1971.
Okay.
If I find out what this is, I'll put a pop-up here.
All right, so, yeah, ready? The week ending September 18th, 1971. Number one. Go away, little girl. Obviously, it's a remake.
Donny Osmond.
Yes, absolutely. Number 2, Spanish Harlem. Also a remake.
720 WGN, Raleigh James Show.
Spanish Harlem. Female.
Country music. CKDM. Dauphin, Manitoba, 820 miles. Man, it's a great night for listening. Here's CFZM 740, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Just making sure I didn't get the same. Yeah, definitely different. Nice. Okay, cool.
Of the nation's capital, it will become the capital of carjacking and criminal activity.
750 WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the southeast.
More on that story coming up here in just a minute. Gavin Newsom in California, you know, President...
Estate Planning Legal Services.
WGR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles to the east. All right, turn this up.
It's too late for him now, Mike, to
No, you
turn
can
around
still stop.
now.
You can still turn him around now.
No,
They're complaining they have no room.
But
turn him around.
if he's placated to them this far,
770, New York City, New York. Another 750 miles. Yeah. Coming in great. I mean, the selectivity again is good because a lot of radios you'll hear like 780, which is local by me, Chicago, bumping into it. But I don't hear it with this radio unless I turn it.
He turned around and said, "Oh, he don't want to stay there.
Wow, I don't even hear it.
Too far away from his job. He has a job
It's amazing.
in the Bronx." It's tougher to buy your favorite drink at Starbucks this Thursday. It's 11:51.
Governor State University College of Health and Human Services offers flexible and affordable degrees to help you achieve your goals. Choose from graduate.
Time is right. WBBM Chicago. Now in a little bit they'll have old time radio, and it's Monday through Friday between 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're 9 minutes away. I don't know. I mean, that's probably the end of my video, but maybe I can. Yeah, they won't be playing it yet because they have a 5-minute lead in. But yeah, definitely check it out.
Sometimes calls it moving and meaning.
Let's keep going. We got lots to cover. CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles. Always comes in kind of weak.
Association as the chronic fear of environmental doom.
WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles.
Britt, what are some ways someone might experience climate anxiety? It can become so intense.
I didn't go anywhere near this level. That's why it's MIT. And
Teaching lesson. Can you find it for me? Go ahead.
This is 820 WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles to the south-southwest. Just getting a hint of WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles to the west.
California at Sunnylands. What I think you're referring to, John, is when Xi Jinping actually went to the White House and President Obama announced that China...
That's why, Clive, you don't get enough runoff from that frozen material because it tends to sublimate. It goes from the solid...
WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, with their Ground Zero and coast-to-coast programming in the evenings. If you like interesting stories, conspiracy stuff, paranormal, it's cool to listen to all night. If you're a night owl like myself, radio is your friend, this is the station that I listen to.
We have an engineering winter section on the homepage of geoengineeringwatch.org. These are...
Okay, picked up a hint of Denver, Colorado, KOA, 890 miles to the west. CJBC, Toronto, French. Okay, I think something's supposed to be playing here. I'm getting music. WWL must be off the air. Not sure what station it is, okay? Keep going.
And so is Reverend Run of Run DMC, Russell Simmons' brother and a Hollis, Queens native. Reverend Run is turning 59.
WCBS, New York, New York.
62. Born in West Orange, raised in Morris County. Actor Laura Sangiacomo, also 62.
I just had such a blast, and it just...
Here's 890 WLS Chicago, high-pitch whine coming from the camera.
You think hockey's better in person? I'm going to tell you, you haven't...
Yeah, so actually when the cassette tapes were being used as part of the resistance movement, it would be embedded in a kind of musical track. So anyone, if it got into the wrong hands, people would play it.
Maybe it's CKNX, Wingham, Ontario, possibly? 375 miles, 1,000 watts.
What they wouldn't find after a kind of track of music, you would then get them to stitch.
Yeah, hard to say. Cool.
We worked with them.
It'll go a little quicker now. I'll go up the band.
Something here, man. You and Tara. We'd all come out in Vegas. I got you. Oh, okay. That's the time he's going to come into town and leave without calling his boy. Right. That's how it happens.
1000 WMVP Chicago.
Hugh Myers has been Game Night on ESPN Radio. Coming up next is Sports Center All Night with Jay Reynolds. Again on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
Rich Valdez, America. Night ball going ahead.
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Thanks for my call, Rich.
450 miles.
One thing about some good.
Continue with glucose monitoring data through the Apple Health app, plus at least 50 days of data
WBZ.
on the number of minutes exercising and step counts from the Apple Watch. Derek Dennis, ABC News.
The latest on the top stories, plus a check of traffic and weather coming up next. I'm Dan Watkins, WBZ Boston News Radio.
I don't know. Maybe they have...
There you go. Got the call letters. This is 880 miles to the east.
Nobody brings a brain.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, here's an idea. Instead of buy one... diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds, if you're a 50-year-old male...
1040 is WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west.
Life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month.
Tell him John sent you. P-Doctor Betrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable.
KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles to the north-northeast.
The 1070 KHMO. The flatline describes a main line of resistance in your soul built on God's Word. Join us every Sunday for 30 minutes of inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. The flatline with Rick Hughes, Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on News Talk 1070 KHMO. Attention business owners.
Okay, I don't know if I have that logged. I might. KHMO, I think he said. So, very cool. Religious station. If I don't have that information, yeah, I don't have it next to me. I'll put a little pop-up here. Cool. Don't know if that's a new log or not. Sometimes you find new stations. It's been a good night. No idea. Okay, we'll keep going. Actually, it could have been Georgia. Yeah, this direction. It could be WNWI. I don't think so, though. I think it's WFTD.
May not necessarily be those of the owner, management, or staff of WNWI. WNWI.
There you go. It's mixing with a bunch of stuff. WNWI, so it's local. Oaklawn. Okay. Oaklawn, Illinois. Got the call letters. Okay, dang thing. Got its crews here. Music here is Little Rock, Arkansas. KAAY. It's 570 miles to the south, and of course you can point to the north too, because it's bi-directional.
Back in action Wednesday at 10. In Portland, we'll have the tip-off show at 9:30. We thank Kurt McLaughlin, Marty Allen.
WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Once again on Wednesday. For Brad Sellers, this is Mike Snyder. That final again in Sacramento.
Whether you have insurance or not, it's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, text at our
Boy, I don't know which way this is. Let's just keep going. KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
This doctor spoke with a beat.
Open southern border in record amounts, killing tens of thousands.
WHAM.
Fox's Trace Gallagher, Bloomberg reporting Beijing.
Wham, Rochester, New York, 545 miles. Wham, I love that.
Bracing for possible trouble at the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation Conference, where the two leaders will meet. San Francisco is bracing for possible.
I'm just going to go a little quicker up the band, and we'll finish this up. Very sensitive. You could spend hours in this part of the band finding different stations. Like that's like 3 or 4 stations right there.
Safe zone in the southeast, the southern part of the Gaza Strip.
But the Prime Minister says Hamas is causing the casualties using Gaza.
I think this could be KDTH, Dubuque, Iowa, 115 miles. So let's go ahead and go to the rest of the band, and we will finalize this. So,
Flight of a Starship on Friday. It's the tallest and most powerful.
Nice.
Any easier for the Buffalo Bills. You got one game against the Giants.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to 1510. WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
Should happen in time for.
Then after that, Philadelphia, Kansas City, the Dallas Cowboys, the Chargers, the
KOKC, I believe, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 690 miles, south-southwest. WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
Count 'em 5 game-winning scores at the gun on Sunday in the NFL. Most
Fox News. All 9 U.S. Supreme Court justices have adopted a code of conduct.
KXAL, Waterloo, Iowa. 210 miles.
For years, so they've been under increasing political pressure to adopt a formal code of ethics.
Boring. They make their own little ethics. I love it. They can do their own stuff. Some music there. I think at CKDO, Oshawa, Ontario. 490 miles, 10,000 watts. Nice. CHHA and the music, Toronto, Ontario. We're almost through. Traffic Advisory Radio, Lake County, local. KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa.
Northbound and southbound traffic shift. Look at that. But think about it, right? I mean, you're dealing with
Samuel Cast. Come on. Doesn't always do that. KBGG.
But is he inbound? Nope. We're going to say incomplete. Here comes Bill Vinovich.
Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
Touchdown. No.
Okay, there it is. The end of the band scan. Sweet. Turn it off here. Okay, cool. So there it is, the PR-D9W. Hope you enjoyed this evening band scan. Hopefully I found some new stations. This thing's just amazing. Selectivity is just a beast with this. When you buy a Sangean radio, no matter the model, you're doing well with selectivity on FM and AM. So rock on. So if you enjoyed the video, give me a big like. If you like the radio, give it a big like. Hit the little like thing. It's awesome. Helps promote the channel too. Of course, too, if you like Sangean radios and want to see more, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future reviews, comparisons, band scans with these radios, of course. And 3, comment below what you think about the PR-D9W. Is it something you'd pick up today? This has been out for a long time, I think, about 5 or 6 years or longer. I do like the weather alert. It's really nice. I do like the fact it charges batteries. So there's a lot going for it. Let me know what you think. All right, guys, take care, and we will see you in my next video.